Hey there guys, thanks for tuning in. In this vlog, I am just going to talk about something that I hear people say a lot. And that is when people say that in the grand scheme of things, what you do in your life and what you think is successful and trying to do things in life that you want and trying to have a good life, all this kind of thing, is not worth it and is not meaningful because in the grand scheme of things, in the grand scheme of the universe, all that, it doesn't really matter because we are insignificant in the grand scheme of things. Now, I think that this whole notion is actually really stupid because if we are most likely the only forms of intelligent life for thousands and thousands of light years out there in the universe, then everybody's life and the fact that you exist is extremely significant. And in the grand scheme of things actually means a lot. So of course, success and leaving your mark on the world and living your life to the fullest and all these kinds of things is completely subjective. It's basically up to you what that's going to mean because everybody is of course unique. So, this could mean simply making the person that you love happy. It can mean providing a good life for your family. It can mean, writing a book. It's completely up to you what that means to you, what sort of mark you want to leave on the world. And so, of course, it has to be genuine. It has to be unique to you. It has to be what you want, and it can't be this sort of black and white cookie cutter sort of image that the media portrays or that society tells you should do, because lots of people find success who never went to college or who dropped out of high school or who left a job that their parents wanted them to do, or they left a field that their parents were pushing them to pursue, and they had some crazy idea or they had some sort of unconventional idea, and they ran with it, and that's how they became extremely successful. That's how they left their mark on the world. So in this life, you really have to be an unconventional thinker. You should absolutely run with all of the strange sort of ideas you have, or all the ideas you have that you're a bit scared to pursue, or you think might not work because people won't like it, or because it's not going to fit people's needs, it's not going to fit people's interests, it's not going to match up with how your society thinks that things should be. So when you are ready to actually put this plan into action and actually get things going, you might still be apprehensive to do that because it is going to involve you putting yourself out there. It's going to involve you showing your true self, showing all of your imperfections and all your inexperience and putting yourself out there for the world to see. And I honestly can't help think about how many people out there in the world have had some sort of revolutionary idea that could literally change thousands of lives and change the world, but they were too apprehensive to actually go forth and do it because of society's restrictions or because they care too much about what people think. They weren't willing to put themselves out there. They weren't willing to actually take the risk because they didn't think that they were educated enough, or they didn't think that they would have the right to speak on that subject, or they didn't think that they were good looking enough. They had acne. They thought that they weren't smart enough. Whatever insecurity has held them back has held back their idea that could have literally changed the world. But how anything works in life, there never is a perfect time. There never is going to be that time when all the conditions are just right and you're feeling just right about yourself and you have enough free time, and all these conditions have to align just perfectly, and then you can finally get around to doing it. These circumstances are extremely rare and they probably don't exist. So You need to just accept yourself. You have to accept all of your imperfections, all of your flaws, all of your insecurities, and you have to just embrace it and run with it and just take it for what it is. Because if you don't, you won't actually ever be able to take action in life. You won't actually ever be able to get out of your shell and do what you want and just take care of things and just get it done. So I used to be somebody, I still am today, somebody who was full of insecurities. You know, I always thought I shouldn't do things, I shouldn't put myself out there because I'm not smart enough, or because, you know, I'm not educated enough. I have acne. You know, I have all these things that I think are wrong with me. But most of that stuff is in your head. You know, this is something that people don't realize. And something that you absolutely hate about yourself, something that you can't stand about yourself, somebody else out there absolutely loves, and somebody else would kill to have that attribute of yourself. You know, whether you think you're too short, too tall, too fat, too skinny, you don't like how your face looks, your nose is too big, whatever it is, you just have to accept it, and you just have to run with it. So I hope this video encourages somebody out there. Just kind of putting my thoughts out there for people to see. And if you did like this video, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.